Welcome to PCSimulators.org. We are the channel for simulation on the PC. Okay, so before we look at our video, we are going to let you know about our website, PCSimulators.org, where you can find all the latest news that we have about simulation on the PC, articles, videos, etc. about all forms of simulation, from cars to buses to farming to flight to ships to sports, you name it. We try to cover it all. And if you're a Facebook fan, we got a Facebook page, facebook.com PC Simulator Gaming, and we do post regularly on Facebook with latest updates and news. We also have a community group which is nearing 1,000 members already, and that is facebook.com/groups/PC Simulators. So have a look at that. If you're more like into a Twitter sort of fan, then have a look at Twitter, which is at PC_simulators, and we've reached over 1,000 followers very quickly on there, so thanks to all the people supporting us there. And of course we're on Steam as well, and on Steam we are in steamcommunity.com/groups/PC Simulators. And so here it is. This is Flight Sim World. So this is our first look at Flight Sim World, and this is the main screen. I didn't record the login in and the startup because at the first initial startup it sets up a lot of scenery files, etc., so it takes a bit of time. So I've started recording on the main menu. So this is my first time I've ever seen Flight Sim World, so I'm new to this, and I'm going to be looking at this as somebody who's just installed it and run it too. So here we go. So I'm going to go along the top. I'm going to first go to my settings. I've already turned the audio music down because sometimes there's copyright claims on YouTube about music. Some people actually end up claiming that they own the copyright, so it causes issues. So turn the volume down of the music. So first of all, I'll click on settings and click on general. Air traffic control, we've got some settings for that. Okay, but you can also select the voice select, which is pretty cool, and the unit of measurement, so that's good. So you can have pilot voice and show a log in ATC menu, auto open ATC menu, use pilot voice. That's good. There's some settings there. So we got multi-monitor cockpit, so it does cater for multi-monitors by the looks of it. And the aircraft labels, so we can show the tail numbers and distance, the altitude, and that's good. Enable windscreen raindrops, that's cool. And advanced weather, so I don't know what that means, is on and off, so I will leave it off for now. Stable cloud motion, I suppose, means static clouds, so there's no description on that, so I'm not sure what these two things here actually involve. Except I'm guessing that advanced weather may have some more features than what we're going to see, and cloud motion stable is probably maybe static clouds, I don't know. So I've got all my filtering and anti-aliasing on, and select my graphics device. We got SLI, it doesn't give anything reason about SLI. We're going to put everything on ultra because I'm running two GTX 980s. So I'm going to put that on high. I'll actually leave the traffic on high. Don't care so much about the traffic as long as there's something there. Audio, so the screen's gone blank at this point and it's come back, so that's good. Why did it do that, I wonder? Okay, so maybe the graphic settings, I suppose. Audio, we've got primary and voice audio, so I'm not quite sure why would you need separate ones for these, but I suppose if you've got speakers and you just want to hear voice through, you can just select that speaker. And well, the primary, well, I'm not quite sure what that means. Isn't voice part of primary? I'm not 100% sure about that one. Okay, so you can adjust the volume of the engines and cockpit environment, voice, and you can select music tracks as well, which is good. So realism. Now I'm going to go here. I've got a Thrustmaster pedals, so I want to select my Thrustmaster. No, I don't want to calibrate that. My axis. So I click on axis, and I'm looking to use my ailerons. No, I don't want that. So for some reason my joysticks aren't here. So where are they? I've only got my mouse, which is a bit strange. So let me pause the video a second, see what's happened to my Thrustmaster throttle and my fighter sticks. They're not appearing here for some strange reason. So bear with me. I'll be back in a few seconds. So we're back, and as you can see in the control section, my pedals and my fighter stick and my pro throttle are showing. So we'll go through this menu here. Calibration allows you to fine-tune your throttle axis, for example. If you select the throttle, it's clever enough to realize that fighter stick selected, and so now you can control the ailerons axis sensitivity and the elevator axis, and so on. So you can select the ones you want, and it'll automatically change the editing of the calibration. So that's great, the rudder axis sensitivity. So if you find you want to it's oversensitive and not sensitive enough, you can fine tune it there. Buttons and keys, okay, make sure here that you select your controller you want to configure first, and if you don't see a controller, use the mouse wheel to scroll down. If you haven't got a mouse wheel, click on this blue bar, left click, and move up and down, and to select the one that you want to change. So if you don't do that, you'll end up clicking a button and trying to allocate an action to it, and you think it's not working, but you make sure that you select that, and that's for your buttons. And then if you want to do your axis, you need to select the axis tab, and again make sure you check that you've got your right controller selected. So for example, I'm going to check my fighter stick, I'm going to double click that, and I'm going to assign my x-axis to the ailerons, and there we go. Sometimes it puts in additional things here that you don't want, so make sure you delete them, otherwise you'll get a strange experience in the game. If you've got your mouse set to brake or throttle, and then you suddenly find your aircraft's not reacting properly, it's because it's probably assigned other keys to the other controller. So I normally go through and delete the ones I don't need and leave the ones only I need. So that's it. Calibrate keyboard. You can even calibrate your keyboard if you so wish, and I'm not going to go there because I don't really use the keyboard. I don't need to calibrate the keyboard. So realism, I'm going to put mine on hard, and I'm going to show the compass. But you can also change various settings like add in limited fuel, auto mixture, G-force effects, collisions, etc. So they're the main tabs that we need here at the moment. So click on that one. I don't know why the screen goes black all the time, but there you go. So we've done that, and let's see. So we've got missions, training, free flight, and multiplayer, and Dovetail Live. So I think for what we'll do first of all is create. Oh, I'll tell you what. We'll just have a look at the video introduction to flight. So there you go. So take off. Similar to actually FSX, really, when you remember the missions that you have. So it's very similar. So we're going to track at this and have a look. So we can't select these, as you can see, because they're locked, and that means that you need to do the first missions first. So if I double click that and click on start and wait for it to load, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, we're back. So it just seemed to be going onto the runway, look. And this is
You've decided to take a test flight. That's great. I'll get us up in the air, and then you can try some flying.
So he's going to take off, and the instructor's going to then give us control, I think, of the plane once we're up there. So far the graphics look good. There's no slowdown. Look at the treads on the tyres. Not only that, you see the bits of mud on the tyres. And so you've got a bit of weathering effect there.
We've reached a safe altitude, so let's try some simple maneuvers. You don't need to worry about any of the instruments. We're just going to learn some basic flight controls.
Okay.
When I give you control of the aircraft, I'll say you have control, and when I take back control of the aircraft, I'll say I have control. Now we're going to try gently rolling the aircraft. This will allow us to turn the aircraft left or right. The faster the turn, the more roll you'll need. For now, we only want to do a small turn, so a bank angle of around 15 degrees is perfectly fine. Okay, give it a go and turn to your left. You have control.
So here we go, turn to my left. So I noticed there as well, as I was looking over this car on the road.
Okay, level out so that you are flying straight and level.
Yeah, that's easy enough. Have we got any other views we can have a look at? I move. No.
Okay, let's now try turning to the right.
Let's go to the right. Looks very good actually, I'm very impressed with the graphics. Look at that, look at the trees, the fields. Back in cockpit.
Okay, level out.
That looks good.
That's enough pitch, don't go beyond this angle. Watch your altitude, try not to raise or lower the nose. Fantastic, you're really getting the hang of this. I have control. Now, we want to try changing the pitch of the aircraft. When you want to climb, raise the nose towards the sky by gently pulling the stick back. When you want to descend, lower the nose by pushing the stick gently forward. Gentle, gradual inputs will enable you to see what is happening to the aircraft. You can then modify the amount of pressure you use on the controls to achieve your desired result. Let's start by pushing the stick forward. This will lower the nose and cause the aircraft to descend. A secondary effect of this will be an increase in speed. You have control.
Okay, so here we go.
That's enough. Okay, level out.
Can't see the where's the altitude of the detail? Can I open the window as well? Oop, there's the throttle, sorry. Oops. Okay. And I'm trying to level out. How do you want me to level out? I don't know. That's not level, is it? Anyway. So that's basically the training sessions as well, to guide you through things like that, takeoff, etc. So I'm looking around the cockpit and looking outside. Look at that, it's great, absolutely great. Looks really quite photorealistic, doesn't it? Trees look great, a lot better than FSX. Look at those fields, different colour fields. And you've got the outside view as well. You can see that it's no slowdown either. So really impressed so far. Okay, so let's move on to the next bit.
I have control.
Oh, you take control.
Next, we want to increase the pitch of the aircraft.
Okay, so we're going to leave
control,
that there,
so
and we're going to quit and try something else. So I'm very impressed with that so far. I like the fact that it gives you some lessons, especially for beginners, to get into flight sims, which is good. So I'll click on home. Here we go. So yeah, that would be under the training. So you've got training flights, and there's 7 there so far. So if I click on that, you can go from takeoff, straight and level, turns, approach and landing, and then you get your license. So something to aim for there. So once you've done all your testing, you can get your license. So it's good, something to aim for in the sim. I'm just flying around. So the next thing we're going to look at is let's look at this Los Angeles approach before we create a new flight, and then this for beginner. So I'm going to have a look at this mission and see what this does. So click on star. This saying we got to land at Los Angeles, so it gives us a chance to look at Los Angeles Airport and runway 7, and click on start, I think. So what did we think of this so far? Well, I'm very, very impressed. It's better than what I thought it was going to be. And why am I impressed? Well, all the scenery looks really great. It's early access, but the fields look great because there's uniqueness in the fields. Mud on the tire, for example. You see that the mud on the tire, they thought of that, and the smoothness of the graphics. So you just don't seem to have any slowdown at all in any view. And also track IR I'm wearing it and it's supporting it, so that's great. So so far there's a lot of pluses, and as a negatives, I think probably the only negative I'd say is the loading times are a little bit slow at the moment, but then hopefully they may increase as the final release. That's the only negative I have really at the moment. Okay, so here we go, Los Angeles approach. Click on start. A bit of a cutscene here. Look a bit of flex.
Sierra Kilo, you are cleared on runway 7 left.
Okay.
Be advised of traffic Piper 46 to your left, making a landing on 6 right.
Cleared on 7 left. We have eyes on traffic to our left. November Sierra Kilo. Okay, we are cleared for landing. Pre-landing checklist, please.
Seats upright.
Check.
Seatbelts fastened.
Check.
Adjust directional gyro. Watch your airspeed.
Is set. No need to adjust.
Altimeter 29.52.
Set.
Radio frequencies.
All set.
Prop RPM is required. Gear down. Gear down, please.
Well, I did press G, but it's not working, so okay. So my gears doesn't seem to be attached to G, so can I can't do nothing. So what is my gear down? A bit stuck now. Oh, there you go. Sounds like the gear's down.
Gear is down.
Took a long time, didn't
Flaps
it?
if required. Landing lights on.
Lowering flaps.
Took a while to get that gear down, mine, didn't it? Not straight, so let's get on the straight line there.
Landing lights on, please.
Check.
Pre-landing checklist complete.
Roger, let's put her on the ground.
So, let's straighten up a bit. There's the runway in front of us. I think it should be where that green line is it? Looks like it, so I'm going to aim for that runway. Got replay this as well, so we're over the water approaching the airport runway on the left there where that green line is, so I'm going to slow down a little bit more. Check, we're doing a manual landing here by the way, so it's no ILS. So it gives us a chance to check out what this airport is like, so here we go. There's clouds in this one, and you can see no jerkiness, no stopping. So far so good. Early access, good signs so far from Dovetail Games. They've done a really good job of this. Compared to FSX, well, this is like Ferrari compared to driving a old banger, I can tell you that for sure. So let's see if I can land this in one piece. The airport looks good from so far from the distance. Reduce a bit of speed. Maybe slightly off centre a little bit, so let's get back on. So far, a bit more flaps. Looking good so far. Yeah, I think we'll be alright. Just a bit off centre. A bit of a flare.
November Sierra Kilo, exit to the left at any taxiway.
Nice flight. I can't wait to stretch my legs.
There we go, so that landing was okay. It's first landing I've ever done. What is he doing? At with FSW, so manual landing. Airport looks good, maybe a little bit slow down, a little bit, not much as I approach, but looks good so far. Remember, we're on ultra setting, and let's find somewhere to park it. It's taking over now, so it's cinematic cutscene. There you go. So that is a landing. First landing in Flight Simulator World at Los Angeles. Okay, folks, so we are now going to look at free flight. So I can go back to my menu and click on free flight, and let's pick an aircraft. I got the Cherokee springtime, so you can click on the weather you want. So I got spring, and let's click on the airport. So we are going to close that one off, and we are going to actually go from, have we got anything in London here? Big major airport, Stansted, Heathrow. Yeah, we'll click Heathrow, and we are going to go to Gatwick. Okay, so I click on confirm. So the airport selection is pretty straightforward. You click on config, you move your mouse to your airport. The mouse wheel goes in and out, so you can go around the world. See, so you can choose all these airports. Wow, absolutely great. And then once you've decided which airport you want, just escape that there a minute. You click on it, and it'll give you another option to connect to the airport you want to go to. So you can actually zoom quite close, you see, into the country. So that's great. Once you're happy with that, click confirm, and then you can start cold and dark. So we're going to say off, and this time I'm going to put a runway 27L, but you can have a random start. So we're going to start. You can start at the gates as well, actually, so you can do that too. I tell you what we'll do. We'll start at one of the gates so we can have a look around. So click that arrow, start wherever you want. We're starting the gate. Cold and dark, we start it already started. We don't want to go through all the start procedure. That's a different video. And once you're happy with that, we can click start. So I'm going to stop the video here and re-enable it once it's loaded. So here we are. We're going to click continue, and we are at Heathrow Airport. Before we depart, I just want to show you a few quick things. Like, you can open the door by clicking on it. There you go. Those textures on the wing, I can close my flaps and retract them. Close the door again. Clicking on the door will close it. And you can also click on in the cockpit here. You've got all these. You've got the Garmin, and you can also let's see what this does. It should tell you the beacon light, put that on. The pilot heater, we don't want that on. Landing lights, we don't want that on. Power, that's already on. Master switch. So you can see you can also click the cockpit. At the moment, all the buttons seem to work. So that's great stuff. We'll make our way to the runway. And this is Heathrow Airport for you, those who just joined us. And we are going to fly out of Heathrow, and perhaps we'll find an airport and land, or we'll just fly around. I don't know yet. We'll have a look what we do for time. So this is runway 27 right, is it? I think. I'm not sure. Oh, I think I've gone a bit too far, so I'll just turn around. Sorry about that, folks. It's going a little bit overshot the runway. So I'm going to take off from on the right, I think. Let's go this way. Okay, so ready to take off. Flaps down, yes. Off we go. The power. Of course, with the propeller plane, it does tend to veer to the left, so I give it small increments of power and use my rudder to straighten out the aircraft. Just gradually increase the speed. I should just take off. Voila. Excellent. So we've taken off from Heathrow Airport. There it is. And where are we going? I don't know, but we've taken off. So I'll look around and see what's around here. Flaps are okay. So far that scenery looks really good, doesn't it? I mean, the trees, the buildings. There's another aircraft over there. It tells you the label. I'm not going to go into the navigation as such at the moment because it's a different video. I just want to sort of give you guys an idea of what this game looks like and what to expect. I should say simulator, not game, something get upset. Okay, so this sim is in early access by Dovetail Games, the makers of the Train Simulator series. So from what I can see so far, it looks excellent. And I haven't found any bugs at all at the moment. Obviously, you know, you need more playing time, but I haven't found any in the time I've been testing it. No glitches. I haven't had any slowdown, and no strange behaviour from the controllers. So far so good. We're flying over here, Heathrow, the area of Heathrow Airport. Anyway, I'm going to put the autopilot on, and while he goes on, we're going to have a look at some reviews from the outside. You straighten out, Mr. Autopilot. Yes, thank you. So we'll have a look at some views. So go to the outside lock spot, and there's the lock spot. You can see the controls quite clearly inside as well. You can see the cockpit. There's actually a pilot in there as well. And this gives you an idea of sort of the frame rate. We're on ultra by the way at the moment. Everything's on ultra, so this is the top setting. There are two SLI cars in the GTX 980 SLI with an i7 processor in the system, and okay, it's a powerful system, but the old FSX, the old P3D version 3, and now FSX Steam, they have issues with running at high res because they don't use the graphics capability. It's an older code, but this is all new code. And obviously it's using more code to take advantage of the graphics cards that are in the system, so the CPU isn't doing all the work. But there you go. So let's see what other views we got. Outside flyby. What's a flyby? It looks very much like FSX flyby view. That one, yeah. Gives you an idea of the speed that it's going at. You see. And I don't know where the map are. I can't see the map. Top-down orientation, north of time, hide menu bar. There's nothing there. I mean, the options here allow you to slow the simulation or increase it or pause it, and then you've got your view. So you've still got your new view where you can have lock spot look. So you can have that one, and are you able to move that one? Back here, you can change your views back into the cockpit on this screen. So I'll go back to the pilot view, but you can still see yourself in the other view at the top here, which is great. So I go in there, and I can just move the mouse so that I can see myself flying from the outside, and then click on this window and see myself flying from inside here. So I can look around. As I look around, I'm using tracker how the other aircraft's turning. It's the same keys as the mouse there. So that's a good feature. I don't see any noticeable slowdown here at all. And here's view. If I go back to view, can we get any more views? New view. Let's try outside flyby. So if we can actually have a flyby view as well. So you can see now we've got three views of the aircraft. Flyby view, external lock spot, and internal view. You can see yourself from different angles. Awesome. Okay, so that is take off from Heathrow and flying around and showing you the views. Okay, so here we are back at the main menu, and we've done free flight, we've done training and mission. We've landed at an airport in Los Angeles, but also you can choose the number of missions that you want. See, that's Gibraltar. Let's go back here. Pilot profile, we don't want to look at that. Missions, you go click on missions, and if you go here, you've got categories. So you've got approaches, you've got ferry, and you've got hamburger. Oh, okay. Situations. So, for example, your lights go out, and this one you have to land at Liverpool John Lennon because your engine's broken. Taxiing from an airport, I suppose. Approaches and all of them. So you've got quite a lot of missions here that you could do. If you want to, you can scroll through them and have a look. And there's workshop for Steam, and at the moment I haven't got any subscriptions, so click on browse, takes you to Steam, and then you can check that on Steam, but we're not going to do that today. So multiplayer. you can have multiplayer and you can join, but we're not going to do that today. But the option is there. You can create your own as well, and create your own server name and password, so you can do all that too, and have your friends join you in game. So you got the multiplayer option as well, and so plenty of missions and tutorials and options. I said the free flight mode is good. I mean, you just go in and you just select your airport, your aircraft and your destination, your runway, and it's very simple, which is what it should be like. Sometimes you get overloaded with options and advanced options and advanced options, and it just gets confusing. So to wrap this up, I say I couldn't find any negatives at all, to be honest. I mean, there's a bit of a slow loading time at the beginning initially because it sets everything up, but that is the first startup. But apart from that, there is nothing I can say that is negative. It's all good. It's coming along really nicely. I would hope that they include helicopters, and also not just helicopters which fly like planes, but proper flight dynamics in the helicopters, and hopefully maybe a career mode, which would be good, so you become a pilot of an airline or whatever. So that'd be good. And I hope you enjoy this. We'll be doing more videos on Flight Simulator World as well. We'll be doing missions and things like that, going a bit deeper into what some of the options are. But this is an overview, and I hope you enjoyed it. It looks great, and I can't wait for it to have more added to it in the next couple of months, because we need more aircraft, we need some jets, we need some helicopters, so that'll be fantastic. So don't forget, if you like this video, please subscribe. We're also on Facebook, we're also on Twitter, and all those links will be at the end of this video. So for now, I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, it's goodbye from PC Simulators.